Hi there. In this tutorial, I will show you how to connect Supabase to Retool, both Postgres database, S3 storage. Postgres will allow you to have your tables and do SQL queries against it. S3 will allow you to save files. Supabase has grown exponentially in the past months. A lot of Byte coding applications using it, and it just recently raised, and it's very valid. So it's cool. It's very cool. And recently it released an ETL, which allows for those developers in following my channel, you will know I will allow you to also kind of replicate to BigQuery and things like that. So this is also amazing. But for those of you who want to explore another database apart from the one that Retool offers, this is my go-to option. This is the one that I always use. And I'm just going to show you here in this video how to connect to it and then really quickly start using it in your apps. Let's go. Okay, so I'm in Supabase's main screen. When you land, you see something like this. You have the opportunity to create organizations. So if you have different clients for agencies, you can create this and have different orgs, or if you have different projects. And now in this, and then overall, if you're in the free tier, you can get up to 2 projects for free. Afterwards, you can then upgrade the projects. I have one project. This one is paused. I'm not longer using it. It was a side project that I was using, but no longer. So I'm going to create a new project. And then it's within this org, and it's going to be retool-tutorial, and then database, and that's just a strong password for retool, and then generate password. And then I'm going to copy it. It's important to copy it because then you're going to need it afterwards in the retool resource to create it. And you can select the region to make sure that latency is the best managed one for you, and no need for any options. So I'm going to create this new project. And now within the project, you have databases and storage. So here on the left, you can see all of this, and there's authentication, real time, and other things that these platforms recommend. Now to connect to Retool, here on the top, you will see the connect button. So you will go here, and then you will start doing selecting these fields into Retool. So we need to select a method for the ones that Postgres offers. I can now select session builder, which is the one that I found works fine. So then once you select this, you can copy this string, and you're going to go create new Postgres resource, and this could be a mail, a description if you want. And then you could go and each field is respective one, but also you can have autofill using the connection string, which I'm going to copy here. And then you have all of this already filled in, and then you need to add the password, which is the one that was created when you created a project. You add that there, and then I test the connection, and then you see this guy's successful. So I can create a resource, and that means that I have access to that. Now I'm just going to create a fake app, and I took the liberty to create a table before this. I created a schema, and then just a users with it. So I'm going to go here and then create a new resource, and it's going to be retool-tutorial. That is that resource I just created. And I'm going to select all from his one users. Save it run, and then I will get that field from there, which is the one that we just created. Okay, so that's simple. You create a connection to Supabase database, and you can start adding things. You can actually create tables from CSVs, and I really love the interface. It also has a desktop application that you can use so that it's on your browser. All right, let's just now go and connect to storage. So storage allows you to save files. So you go here on the menu and you see storage here. So you have bucket settings and policies. I'm just going to create a new bucket, and I'm just going to call it tutorial. You can make it public so that anyone can actually read. That means open the files or not. So I'm just going to create it. I'm not going to make it public, and then you can restrict different things. Now you can see the settings of your S3 here, and also the configuration. So here's when you create your keys. And this is what you need to set up a resource with. So now I have create a new access key.
as retool-tutorial and create access key. So before I close this, we're gonna go here and we're gonna go back to resources. And we're gonna create an AWS S3 because that's what Supabase is using. So we're just gonna be resource and S3 storage, Amazon S3, and we can use Supabase storage retool-tutorial. And then you can select a bucket name, which we'll go pick later, but I'm gonna go pick my access key ID, which can put access key ID, and then the secret key ID, secret key access, which is here. Now I can close these two, done. And then I have the region, which I can put here in the region. Yes, and then I need the bucket name. I can put that afterwards. You need to put a default bucket name, but I think I have everything now. The endpoint, I think there. And then let's go here to my buckets files, and I have tutorial. So just gonna put tutorial. I'll test it. I got an error, so we can. Oh yes, I use custom S3 endpoint. Sorry about that. Then this is where I'm gonna select this and then copy this, and then base URL and test convention. And of course, I need to use S3 URLs to use path cycle. There you go. So that connection is now successful. So we're gonna create this resource. And we're gonna go back to the application and just gonna refresh. And we're gonna be able to upload a file to that. So I'm just gonna add a really quick file button. I'm gonna put a query here, which is gonna be S3, Supabase retool-tutorial, and then I'm just gonna be write upload data. Bucket name retool-tutorial was it? Files tutorial, sorry about that. And it's gonna be tutorial, and then here, these three files here it provides defaults, but then you can use custom value. And I'm just gonna do a very big example, but there's a lot of things that you can do. I'm gonna put an invoice, doesn't matter where it is, and then just gonna go back here to view state and the value. So you can see that, and then what I can do is actually put it dynamically, and I'm gonna be file button 1 value index 0, and it's gonna be type. And then I'm just gonna put the name and the base 64 data. I'll save it. I'm gonna run. And it returns that you assign URL. I've assigned it has been uploaded, and now with the file and the name in the file, so we can now go and see if that has been uploaded successfully. So we're gonna go to storage, tutorial. There it is, and there's a thing, and there's a file, and it's not giving me a preview. But if I get the URL, explain in 1 week, and then I can open, and you will see that that is a file that I just was an invoice. So that's the way that you can connect to Supabase, both database and storage, and can already start using that, which is faster, has less latency than retool database, and it provides a lot of options for you to start scaling. Hope you've enjoyed this and that this is helpful. Give me a comment in the comment box if you need any questions or suggestions. Cheers. Bye.